The Serranilla neighborhood was founded approximately 35 years ago and legalized before the territorial entity. The Communal Action Board worked together to build a sector with all the necessary conditions. Among all its founders, they managed to obtain pavimentation and the installation of the aqueduct and energy.
We founded the neighborhood house by house. We managed to get the water through the community and the light. That was about 35 years ago. This is one of the best neighborhoods. Here we have always been united and we try to always keep the neighborhood the best we can.
Its inhabitants refer to the fact that in the midst of the different difficulties they have encountered over the years, they have managed to overcome them successfully. They are characterized by being united. I have been living here for 35 years in this area and it seems to me that it's a quiet neighborhood. For these communities, it's important to find solutions to its different challenges in order to provide a better future for the new generations of the sector.
The community raises its voice in protest for not having definite solutions to the flood problem. They are tired of so many words or speech given by officials for more than 20 years.
This flood all the streets. Here there are many mosquitoes.
These are some of the perceptions of the inhabitants of the Serranilla neighborhood who have had to live for years with the deteriorated roads, with holes of great consideration, stagnation of sewage, which cause a proliferation of insects, situations that affect them daily. But their greatest concern and fear is when the winter season approaches, since they know that the rains turn the roads into ponds. They have waited for years for a definite solution. At the moment in the neighborhood, it is a problem when it rains. Not because we are in a drought, but when it rains, it fills and all the water is there is not possible of taking out the water, which makes the alleys have to be broken up. The neighborhood is abandoned. We are in a drought and we thank God that we are not full of water. If it rains, everyone is sad.
When it rains, this flood, and that is when the infections, the viruses come out. Because they always say that they are going to fix and they never do. The government knows that this is the main problem at San Andres.
The sewage system doesn't work around here. It's time enough to fix the street we need it here in Serranilla. The community of the Serranilla neighborhood feels forgotten. They believe it is time for the departmental government to take a look at the sector.
There are many problems with water and with the road that is always dusty, and the local government hardly look at this neighborhood. But look at how these streets are. I think they should be more aware of the sectors of San Andres.
After the declaration given by the community of the sector, Teleislas News inquired with the departmental government, but due to issues of agenda, it was not possible to obtain declaration from the Secretary of Infrastructure. But unofficially, they inform us that there is a project that seeks to solve the difficulties of the roads of the sector, which will be executed in the next years.
And to conclude, we want to highlight that other concerns of the Serranilla community are based on the employment situation that they are facing due to the pandemic. They say they no longer have the resources to support their families.
The days go by and resources began to be scarce due to the lack of productive activities. According to declaration from the community of the sector of Serranilla, the great majority of inhabitants were dedicated to activities related to tourism, and after a month and 7 days of preventive isolation, their savings have already been exhausted. They assure that they do not have enough to support their families. They fear that the situation will get worse as they are not sure when they will be able to resume their workdays.
In this neighborhood, the majority of the inhabitants, or at least my neighbors, live practically from tourism. I work in a restaurant, but right now it is closed. I am practically without a job, and the reality is that they have forgotten a lot about us around here. Well, thanks to God, a help from the government arrived, which was one of the bags of groceries. But the majority of the people are here without a job. Things are very difficult. There are many children in the neighborhood, and the scarcity of food is beginning to show. The Serranilla neighborhood is the most forgotten neighborhood. Many people obtain their livelihood as independent workers and are not working currently.
For the families of the sector, the situation is worrying and sad since they must take care of themselves to avoid the contagion of COVID-19, but at the same time their hosts can go hungry due to the lack of economic resources.